Major breaking news inside the Mafia on a story that Target 12 investigators have been working on for years. Target 12 has learned the alleged former head of the New England Mafia has been arrested as part of a massive organized crime bust.
More than 100 suspected mobsters arrested throughout the Northeast and Florida. We broke the story first on WPRI.com this morning, and federal officials just wrapped up a news conference moments ago. Right now, we want to check in with Target 12 investigator Tim White. He's been working developments. He joins us live now with the breaking details. Tim?
Danielle, Patrick, it's hard to underestimate how big a bust this is. Luigi Baby Shax Manocchio, also known as the Professor, was arrested in Florida yesterday. Court documents unsealed just this morning revealed that Manocchio, until recently, was the longtime head of the Patriarca crime family. Now at 83 years old, he's facing the possibility of 23 years behind bars. This is Target 12 undercover video of Luigi Baby Shax Manocchio, the man federal investigators say was the boss of the Patriarca crime family. We've learned Manocchio was arrested Wednesday in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, as part of a sweeping national bust into organized crime. U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder announced the arrest at a news conference in New York.
We have charged mob associates and mob bosses alike, including the former boss of La Cosa Nostra operations in New England.
According to an indictment unsealed today and obtained by Target 12, Manocchio is accused of accepting protection payments from at least 2 Rhode Island strip clubs, the Cadillac Lounge and the Satin Doll.
Other charged criminal activity reflects the Mafia's continued influence in various economic sectors and its alleged schemes to steal money by preying on vulnerable Americans.
Also arrested, Thomas Iafredi, an employee of the strip clubs, who is accused of coordinating the payments to the reputed boss. Investigators say Manocchio used intimidation and threats of violence to coerce the protection payments. Nationally, the huge sweep, described by authorities as the largest mafia roundup in FBI history, targeted 7 mob families from Rhode Island to New York and New Jersey. Charges include murder, racketeering, and extortion.
The notion that today's mob families are more genteel and less violent than in the past is put to lie by the charges contained in the indictments unsealed today. Even more of a myth is the notion that the mob is a thing of the past.
I'm told that Manocchio will have an initial appearance at federal court in Fort Lauderdale, and then he'll eventually have to return here to Rhode Island to face the charges. Danielle, Patrick?
Now, Tim, yesterday you broke the story that reputed Mafia captain Anthony the Saint Laurent has pledged to plead guilty in 2 federal cases. Is there any indication that these 2 developments are perhaps related?
Well, that's a good question. The U.S. Attorney's Office, I asked them that specifically. They said they can't comment on whether those 2 cases are related. But, Patrick, something that's telling in the plea agreement that was unsealed yesterday, and it's on our website, it's in the last 2 pages. Not only does Saint Laurent admit that he's a made member of the Patriarca crime family, which, as you can imagine, is extremely rare, he also identifies Manocchio as the former boss of the Patriarca crime family. This is a stunning admission. Now, obviously, a huge case like this has a lot of different elements to it, but certainly it doesn't hurt prosecutors that an infamous, notorious mobster, well known in this area, is willing to ID Manocchio as the former boss. Patrick?
All right, definitely a big story, Tim, and as always, you and your staff will be right on top of it.
Yeah, we'll check back in with you, of course, later today. Thanks so much, Tim. And Tim and the Target 12 investigators will be working this major breaking news story inside the Mafia all day long. We'll have live team coverage of this mob bust tonight, beginning on Eyewitness News Live at 5. And right now on WPRI.com, where we broke the story first, you can read much more on today's arrest and read the full federal indictment.